it'd probably be a lot more amped up.
There we go. The trick is to just click record when nobody's expecting it.
That's smart.
And then you say some really like out of pocket shit that just gets you canceled.
Penis. Yeah.
Just open with that right away.
You're gonna get kicked off.
Kicked off of his own podcast, dude.
My own.
Spotify. Actually, I don't know. Joe Rogan hasn't been kicked off yet, so
You can say whatever you want. You just have to mark it as explicit.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the trick, dude. Joe Rogan, you know, they're coming for him though, dude. I mean, like back in the day, it was because comedy's comedy, and you know, if you're
subreddit is fucking gold. Everyone hates him. Yeah, it's turned on him so fucking hard.
I had an ongoing debate over whether or not I had changed or Joe Rogan had changed, and I think the answer is that it's both.
You've changed more than Joe Rogan, though.
No, I actually don't think that's true. He's leaned. Well, I mean, actually, yeah, you definitely have changed more than Joe Rogan, but Joe Rogan has notably changed. Go back and listen to some of the early stuff. I'm not going to say it's good. Like, I don't think it is, but it's not similar to what it currently is.
I miss like moon landing denial Joe, and like honestly thinks Bigfoot is real Joe.
Yeah.
Harmless conspiracies.
Yeah, dude.
Ones that are actually kind of epic. It'd be pretty cool if they faked the moon landing, honestly.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they did.
It'd be more fun than reality, I think.
Than actually just going to the moon and discovering that there's nothing up there.
Yeah, dude, what a fucking letdown it would be to go to the moon. Just a big old rock.
To be fair, wasn't that what they were
Why
expecting?
the fuck did we do that? That was so stupid. That was like, we had so few resources.
To prove it to the rest of
Russia?
the universe.
I guess.
We can do it. You can go to the fucking moon.
People always make this argument, but aren't there a bunch of technological innovations that came out of
probably.
moon landing?
Yeah.
Or like the Apollo program.
What if we had just invented those things otherwise, you know?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, what if?
Then we wouldn't have Apollo 13. Did that come out? Yeah, that came after.
Was that the horror movie about the aliens, or was that the one that actually they
the
slingshotted around the ball? Okay.
That's the Tom Hanks one. Dude, the fucking did you guys see The Martian?
Yeah.
It's just Apollo 13, but like bigger. They just stole the exact same plot line. Because
I read the book.
In order to save whatever the fuck Matt Damon's character's name is, the other people have to slingshot around Earth to make it to Mars and back. It's just the same shit.
Okay, I mean, I wouldn't. I don't know.
The Martian was way more entertaining than Apollo 13.
Oh, I love The Martian, but I also love Apollo 13. But Martian was better.
I thought the book when I read it was my favorite book I had read to date. I mean, granted, I was like 15, so I was like, "This is sick," but you know, it was.
That was your favorite book you had read to date?
No, I thought it was really. I mean, again,
make a book
15,
about a person who's by himself entertaining.
They did. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
It's a fun read. I'll give you that.
Yeah, as if reading was fun.
Yeah, let's be honest. I guess maybe that's what I mean. It was the only book that captured my attention for the whole thing.
The only book that could capture the attention of your ADD brain.
Dude, I remember I read like 1/4 of 1984 when I was like 12, and I like skipped through the big exposition part in the middle. And then from then on out, I told everybody that was my favorite book.
Wow.
Yeah, it was not my finest moment.
I did a freshman book project on there's some book about like World War II and like burning books or something. Really big back when
Fahrenheit
we were freshman.
Yeah, Fahrenheit 451, right?
No, I don't think so.
All right, well, that's the only notable book about burning books. So
shit. Well,
I don't know what to tell you.
Whatever. The point of my story was that I gave had to give like a full 50-minute class presentation on a book that I hadn't read a single page out of. Oops.
Jesus Christ.
And I didn't even, I was such a fucking idiot. Freshman.
Did that prepare you for being a philosophy major though?
No, because I didn't even spark note it. Like I didn't do a single ounce of prep. other than just like I talked about what I'd heard other people say about the book.
I'm sorry, this was a 50-minute or 15?
50, like the whole class.
How the fuck did you do that? That's
I
impressive.
don't know. I couldn't get through that shit in college, so I don't know how. Because I got through middle school. There's such bad grade inflation in my school system that I got through all of middle school basically without doing any homework and got straight A's. I was just like used to like you don't have to do anything, you just get A's. And then high
So
school.
you're the classic example of the burnt out gifted kid who then suffers in the rest of school, or did you do okay in the rest of school as well?
Kind of. I don't know. High school was dark. Like I got depressed as fuck and like almost failed out of school junior year, and then switched schools and I did well. But yeah, I mean, I burnt out.
Interesting.
But you burnt out in high school though, so really you kind of like.
But I also like wasn't really into college. I was questioning it the whole time.
Like while you were there, or the whole time you were in high school?
No, the whole time I was questioning dropping out.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Dude,
do you think you made the right decision by sticking it out?
No, not really. Well, the only reason that it's like I'm fine with it is because I don't have any debt. So I don't know what the fuck. They like loved my depression story. My redemption arc. They gave me so much fucking money to fucking go there. So yeah, if I had debt, then not a chance. Because this job I just got, the reason I got it was because of my 2 months of job experience that I had this fall. It had nothing to do with my college education. I would have gotten it regardless. So
damn.
Yeah.
However, I would argue that you do have more. You can probably get paid more for just by virtue of having a college degree.
Yeah, and I have like, I know how to think good because of
philosophy. Right. Well, yeah. I mean, the actual benefits are very much there. I'm just talking about the job-based benefits are still present.
I do wish that I'd like doubled in something that was a little bit more like, I don't know, obvious how to get a job out of it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's enough boring major talk. We could just talk about that.
For real.
I was also by far, like, not by far, but like, I was probably, I don't know if I want to say I was one of the dumbest, but I was probably the least into philosophy out of everyone who majored in philosophy. So it was kind of a shit show. It's like 90% like kids who like had been reading this shit nonstop their whole lives.
Do you think that's actually true, or do you think that's imposter syndrome?
No, okay, 90% is an exaggeration, but like 50% of them, and the ones who talked all the time.
Right.
So it's not actually 90%. It's like 50%. But they were like kids who were like freshmen, like referencing shit that I didn't get to start reading until like junior and senior year. Like that was pretty common. It's just, but it was more just the fact that the major was tiny. Like there were like 6 kids per year.
Yeah.
So, and who the fuck wants to major in philosophy unless you know you want to major in philosophy?
It's very self-selecting. That's for sure.
Yeah. So the intro was epic because it was a bunch of kids who had no clue what they were talking about. I soared through it with an A. That's why I stuck with it, and then got hard as shit. But
that's fair.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it like attuned your bullshit detector to bad arguments more so than
that's actually the best thing it did for me, I think.
Oh, so that's a great combo. You can be both poor and know how shitty the world is.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of how philosophy goes.
Hey, man.
I mean, it's weird. It's also like very religious, and it's like if you care about money, then you don't actually
care about philosophy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So they're not poor because they're like professors, but like the real philosophers, they don't give a shit about money or dressing nice or whatever. Like all the other professors show up in like whatever business casual like shirts have been dry cleaned and shit, and philosophy professors show up in wrinkly ass shirts that are untucked and unbuttoned and all that crap. They don't care.
Honestly, respect,
dude.
Yeah, one of my favorite professor, the one who's like the most stereotypical philosophy professor ever, he would routinely just get so lost in like reading that he would just sleep in whatever classroom he last like taught his last class of the day. Like he would just get so lost in doing philosophy for the rest of the day. It would be like 11 p.m. and he'd just go to bed in that classroom.
Dude, imagine having that level of focus. That's what impresses me. Like you're
But
just
for
gonna
him, it's
sit
like
there
the
and
most fun
read.
thing in the world. So it's not
Probably.
Even, well, yeah, I mean, because he doesn't do anything else with his life. He drinks tea
Yeah.
and does philosophizing.
That's wild.
And he's fulfilled, probably more fulfilled than you'll ever be.
But like, what does it get him? Where
Happiness, dude.
do you think he's really happy, or do you think it's just covering up for all his like loneliness?
I don't know.
It's like you can't
Yeah,
be,
but
like,
you could say that about any like professor, academic type who's really into their work. Like, I don't know.
I guess you could say it's anybody who's obsessed with their work. Yeah, because they like never have a good relationship with their kids. They're all like divorced and everything. Very epic.
What a start. Welcome, everybody.
God, this is the most depressing intro we've had yet, dude. Way to keep. I brought you on because I thought you.
I was gonna say,
light.
well, I was trying to keep the light up, but then you said my bit was dumb. To be fair, you were right. But that took a dark turn fast.
Yeah, dude, that was rough. Now I'm questioning everything.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. It's probably my biggest skill. Can make you question anything.
Damn.
It's like Joe Rogan's show.
Joe. Dude, that's the kind of Joe Rogan I miss. Like, what happened?
Joe
to
Rogan
that?
questions everything.
Derek just went on him now. If he'd went on him when he was cool, like 2 years ago, that would have been way more.
When Joe was cool 2 years ago, yeah, I remember. I love going through Derek's comments and to be like, "We got to get this guy on Rogan." I was like, back in the early days of Derek, I was like, "No, bro, that's selling out." And then Derek sold out, and now I just don't fucking care. He can do whatever he wants. But man, yeah, it's a shame.
Derek's too big for selling out. Like he's gotten this big without selling out that we know.
I think he sold out. I miss the days of his 40-minute, essentially literature analyses of like drugs.
Selling out or just getting lazy? Well, no, it is selling out.
Yeah, it's selling out because he realized that if he uploads
like, I can
3 videos a day, exactly, reacting to a TikTok thing, like, yeah, it's 100% selling out. And it sucks because I actually do feel like he had a good presentation of data thing going on, and then but that's not going to be big.
He puts more time into running fucking, what's it called?
Gorilla Mind or some shit.
Mind. Yeah. I got the Gorilla Mode, but I couldn't remember what the actual company is.
Have you got it? Like, have you tried it?
I got 3 packs of Gorilla Mode in the kitchen. Fuck. Yeah, that's my pre.
Nice. How do you feel about it?
I love not having what do you call it? Ass scratching or whatever the fuck it's called.
Butthole itch.
Butthole itch, yeah. It's very nice.
Dude,
I thought
so
I would miss
overblown.
it, but
I love the scratching my head on beta alanine is the greatest thing ever.
I had this exact same conversation with like a month ago literally on here. And
yeah, well, I remember listening to that, and I remember hearing you talk about the head scratching. I was like, yes, finally, someone.
The head scratching I do miss, because it's like,
dude, it feels so good.
Because all I feel now is just like the caffeine, which is like a mood boost, but like the beta alanine was like all right, like it's
because that's the only thing. Look, okay, let's be honest with it. So I have I think the reason anyone takes pre-workout is to like feel something, right? So this whole like fucking taking like
why anyone does drugs.
Like like citrulline malate or whatever, which look, I mean, I've read a fair amount on that supplement. Yeah, obviously it's effective, but like that's not why you take pre-workout, right? Like, and if I want pumps, I'm going to take something way stronger, which is what when I was at my former university, when I was in a fraternity, I had this idea that I was like, look, when you take a pre-workout, you want 2 things: pump and getting like amped the fuck up. So I went online and I got DMAA and Viagra, and I just like mixed that up and made a pre-workout that I like sold around the house. Dude, it works. The downside is when I like blended it all up, it like I didn't put any kind of like desiccant in it. So it kind of turned into like a rock and then it was kind of unusable. So it was.
Was that the
the
pre-workout
rock.
you gave me?
Yeah.
Dude,
You know,
shit-
it's good when you'll fail a drug test for taking it.
What is DMAA, by the way?
It's just a fucking stimulant that like sometimes reads as amphetamine on drug tests, but it's not a great, as far as like refined stimulants go, it's not very good. It's like really, it'll amp you up and then you crash like 3 hours later and feel like shit and like your dick recedes into your body from a vasoconstriction. And yeah, I mean, it's not like a good drug.
You know, that's what you got the Viagra for.
Exactly. Well, that can't, you got to even it out.
Counteract it. Yeah. Stimulants,
Yeah.
depressants, they all
Yeah,
offset.
exactly. It's like a speedball, but pre-workout. No, but my stance currently on pre-workout is like, I personally don't bother because it's like the only thing I'm really taking it for is the caffeine, and I can just buy a bottle of caffeine pills. And,
Yeah, it's more just like I associate it with good workouts, and so it, like,
That's
puts me in
fair.
the mood. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
more that than
very
anything
valid.
else. And I think the caffeine's the most noticeable. Like this week
100%.
I did both times I did legs this week. I did it without pre.
That's
like
psycho
the first,
behavior.
Like half
by the
an
way.
hour was terrible. It was noticeably way harder to get like psyched up for my workout. But I think that was just the lack of caffeine beforehand.
Yeah,
Because I'm
definitely.
having like 250 to 300 milligrams.
Oh, yeah.
Lift, and then
Jesus,
Dude.
yeah. If that's what you're used to, and then you go to 0, good
Yeah.
luck.
Yeah.
Oof.
Fuck.
So no coffee, no nothing, just
Well,
straight
no, I did
raw
no,
dogging
no,
the leg
I lied.
workout.
I did nothing on one day, on the first day, and then I was like, this fucking sucks. So then this past Saturday, I had no coffee in the morning, which also fucking sucked. But I could get through with having a headache for a few hours, and then I just went to the gym earlier than normal and had a cup of coffee right before going, and then it was like kind of fine, but it still wasn't the same.
That's tough. That is tough for sure.
But I'm gonna try and commit. We'll see.
Dude,
All right.
my best
Yeah.
squat workouts back in the day, I would drink like a pot of coffee, like before the gym, eat some pancakes, keep drinking the coffee on my way to the gym, get to the gym, immediately chug a Monster, and then drink another Monster during the workout.
I'm not gonna lie, Alex. I mean this fully seriously. I've never seen someone consume as much caffeine as you did in your peak. Like I remember hearing that. I remember hearing in college that you would take a caffeine pill every 3 hours, which is fucking absurd.
Yeah, dude,
Well,
I was pushing it.
The 6 a.m. alarm, caffeine pill, snooze,
Go back to sleep.
go back to sleep, have a couple of coffees, go for a run.
That's
and
insane.
Take your pre before going to the gym. All this
Like
shit.
that's so, I remember you
Have a coffee
getting
to do your
heart
homework.
palpitations. So I had to stop.
Well,
Like,
no,
what
the
fuck?
one night that pushed me over the edge was not, this is all a joke for context, but I had a gram of caffeine,
That's so fucking nuts.
ephedrine, Adderall, Coke, and Viagra all in one day.
That's a
And
joke.
Remember that.
Okay.
I tried.
Yeah.
You took the Viagra because your dick stopped working.
Dude, my dick.
Well, yeah,
my dick
no
stopped.
shit, dude.
And the Viagra wouldn't even help.
The
That's how
Viagra
much
didn't
caffeine
save me.
you had.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
But I was on coke, so I was like, no, like I got this, like it'll be fine.
How,
and
how
it
did
just
your
wasn't
heart not
fine.
stop?
Dude, I was
the
having
Viagra. The Viagra was the only thing holding him together.
that was
Really
keeping me together. So I was having
insane.
heart palpitations while I was trying to get it up, and I was getting increasingly nervous, and the palpitations were getting worse.
Can you imagine the embarrassment of going to a hospital being like, I had too much fucking caffeine. That's why I'm here. I mean, you did other shit. But
I
doing
did a
like
lot of
gram
other
like,
shit,
Like, how much
dude.
caffeine did you? No, you probably didn't have. No, I had a gram. Like,
No.
You don't
I counted the pills.
You don't understand. I've measured like mathematically.
so those bottles that come with like 200 milligram pills.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If you just spent like 5 minutes just downing as many as you could, do you think you could kill
Yeah,
yourself?
you would die.
You'd stop
Yes,
your
you
heart,
could.
right?
People have committed suicide with caffeine.
Via caffeine. That's pretty.
I mean,
brutal.
that seems like a really shitty way to go. But
You'd
I
get
don't know
really
why the
fucking
fuck you would
amped
do
before
that.
you die, right?
Yeah, and then you'd have a
Have
panic
one last-
attack.
Yeah,
and
like have one last fuck before you're on your way out.
ODing on stimulants sounds like the worst way I could maybe imagine.
Yeah, it'd be fun
ODing,
for a little
at
bit, and
least.
then it would get too
Yeah.
like buzzy. I don't fucking
Because now you're thinking faster, so then you're thinking about what a fucking mistake it was, but it's too
Yeah.
late.
Yeah,
Just fucking die. At least with like opiates, you just kind of like
you're too high.
don't
You
know.
know what's happening.
Just
You're like,
exactly.
going to bed.
But that kind of begs the question, if you take enough stimulants and you speed up your thought processes enough, it would almost be like having infinite time before you die.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
That's probably what hell is, honestly.
Oh fuck.
yeah. I wrote
Come on, dude.
I wrote a paper. My final paper in high school was on the idea that I thought I was so intellectual. I was like, I argued that if we could live forever, nothing would have meaning. That was my final high school paper ever.
That's super high school.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I look back and I'm like, oh, that's cringe as shit. But yeah, unlimited time equals unlimited pain.
It's true.
Happiness gets boring.
It's a good point.
And
It's the whole like concept of heaven is like, how does that work? Like, am I just because we all, I feel like we function on differentials, right? So if you just, unless I'm just continually getting more and more elated, like forever, like, yeah, just get bored being where I'm at. That's why we do drugs, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why I don't believe God
that was
exists.
fucking
God
deep,
would be too
dude.
fucking bored and kill himself.
Yeah. That's fair.
If you were that powerful, I mean, you get bored in like a year.
All right, can we stop talking about gay philosophy shit?
Why
for,
does
like,
this keep
30
happening,
fucking
dude? This is
seconds?
awful. We've been down this rabbit hole like twice already.
Well, we don't have to talk about depressing shit, but the fucking, well, whatever. We can talk about anything you fucking want, but Alex and I do best, I think, on like gay ass philosophy shit.
No, I know. I'm mostly speaking in jest. I am fully serious when I say that I've listened to every episode. It actually is. It's kind of nice, walking around campus, being like, kind of, it feels like you're a part of the conversation. Now I am, unfortunately for you guys.
Literally are.
Yeah. Dude, maybe
you'll get to
maybe being God is what happens when you. No, I'm not going to. When you go to hell, then that's what it is. No, that was so fucking gay. I regret saying that.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking gay.
Yeah, that was really stupid.
That was so fucking dumb.
It was almost as bad as your bit earlier. No, it was way worse.
No, it was worse.
That was worse than the bit.
Yeah,
dude, that bit was pretty bad.
It was fine. I mean, it's sort of like
it was uninspired.
The thing is, if you do something cringe, if you just commit to it long enough, then you can just
that's
get away
Alex's
saying it was ironic.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's Alex's strat.
Yeah. So the moment you notice the crowd isn't laughing right away, you just keep going.
Yeah, you just keep going, but like get harder. There was one thing that I considered doing where I was going to be like, I know my time is very important to me, and I'm sure your time is important to you, and just go on for like 5 minutes about how busy we all were and how, it's important to respect each other's time. Which that you really got to protract that one out.
Yeah,
in order
Nick,
for that
I got
to
a
land.
level with you, dude. You're hitting way too close to home for me. So I'm not laughing because it's like this is like
too close to corporate America.
Yeah, it's a little,
right.
You're hitting the nail on the head there a little.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I love my one like internship in college was with a company. The CEO would show up like 5-10 minutes late and be like, "Look, guys, I'm busy. We gotta fucking have a quick meeting here." And he would just be late every fucking time. And then he would do that exact thing. He would just ramble.
Yeah.
He was so ADD he couldn't stop talking, and that's why he was late for everything. Was he just couldn't.
Me and him
talking.
both.
So I did a full internship. And I never got feedback on any of the work I did. I don't know if it was any good or not, just because he would just we would have a meeting and he would just talk. He'd be like, "You got it?" And I'd be like, "Yeah."
Sounds good.
Bounce. Yeah. And I'd hop on YouTube and watch I don't know, how to invest videos. Cause that's a very good into fucking that shit.
That's a great anti-work internship right there.
Yeah. Yeah. It was pretty nice.
I
felt guilty about it at the time, which I'm mad at myself for, but whatever.
Yeah, no, don't feel bad. How big was that company? Just for context.
They're a startup and they had to lay off 50% of their employees come COVID. So Good thing I didn't
Yeah.
say.
For real.
No, dude, you
Jesus
honestly
Christ.
you
They
probably would've
make their
survived
product
that.
in China, so like you can't. The revenue goes. Also, they make a reusable like drinking product. So come everyone's scared of germs, but no one's buying a fucking reusable coffee cup anymore.
Right. Yeah.
So
Good point.
They were ultra fucked. It's like they couldn't
Dude,
make
that-
product and they couldn't sell product. So I don't even know how they survived, to be completely honest.
Venture capital, baby.
I frequently think about that in my like environmentalist essentialist point of view is like with COVID and everything, just given how like disposable everything became out of quote necessity, which I also think was kind of stupid because it wasn't like a disease that you picked up by like touching shit. It was like airborne. But anyway, like how much more waste do you think we created over the course of the pandemic?
But you also got to remember that travel was cut way down. So there's like a counterbalancing effect here of like greenhouse gas emissions were way down. Global production chains were way down, just like across the board.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in terms of
True.
more waste, I don't know, probably a bump.
Do you think it was a net negative though?
If I had to guess, yeah, I think it probably was. I like
That's
that.
probably fair.
Those early
Because
March
traveling is
shutdown-
very inherently wasteful, right?
What was that place in
So,
India
yeah.
where it's like they hadn't seen like the Himalayas for like 50
Yeah.
years or something, and then in like a month, like the smog cleared up enough
All of a
that they could
sudden,
see,
yeah.
like shit like
That's a
that.
sign, dude.
The dolphins have
Human
returned
beings
to
need to
Venice. The planet is healing. We are the virus.
We are the virus.
We
We
are
should
the
do
fucking
eco-fascism.
Yeah,
I'm honestly down.
That's why the third movie in the MonsterVerse is based as fuck.
In the
It's
what?
like instead of like some boring like eco terrorist, like the dude is like, nah, I'm just gonna like have Godzilla like kill all the humans because humans are the virus. We'll return to nature. That was the best movie probably of all time for that. And it was the dude from Game of Thrones. It was incredible. The
I
evil
think
dad.
that those types of villains that seem to be increasingly more frequent, like, you know, the Thanos types where you're supposed to be like, whoa, I see where he's coming from. I think that's a psyop in order to devalue that point of view, because it's always the good guys.
Yes,
Like, no,
yes, yeah,
the individual matters. But like, and I know you're supposed to like kind of relate to the villain, but your impression is supposed to be that it's bad. But I think it's too I think it's a psyop, man. I think it's they're trying to push that, because that could be presented as a venerable, I mean, like that's what eugenics is, right? But no, we got to keep the production up. We got to keep increasing the population. So
Did you
Dude,
watch Falcon and the
honestly-
Winter Soldier? I know Alex didn't.
No, I
I
can't.
haven't
do
seen
Nick,
that.
did you watch that? No. Yeah,
Winter Soldier?
It's like
I don't think
the
so.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's like the MCU's biggest like military propaganda shit that they've
oh,
pumped
Jesus
out.
Christ.
But yeah, I mean that's what it is.
More so than Captain Marvel.
That was
Captain Marvel
military propaganda?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, dude.
But it was
the
I
also
didn't
World
watch
War
it.
II.
I didn't
We were
watch
allowed
it.
to be pro military back in World War II, back before fucking.
That's why
Before
every
neoliberalism
good
was
military
existed.
movie has to do with fucking World War II, because it was the only like morally unambiguous war that we've ever fought.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. When
I'm
we
sure
quickly
you
think
could
through of all the
find-
wars of all time. Yeah.
Yeah, like find another one. Yeah,
The second
maybe
Gulf War, dude. They had
Obviously.
WMDs, and we went in there and we
Clearly.
and we
the
fixed
Cold
it.
War, dude. Worth our fucking time.
That's
Cold
what
War
I
was
feel.
so
Did you guys see
fucking
the new Suicide Squad?
No, but I heard it was good, wasn't it?
I thought it was. Well, okay, it was like cheesy, but you know you're getting into that. So
But it wasn't like the worst
um,
movie ever, like the last one.
it wasn't as bad as the first one. The first one was maybe one of the worst movies I've ever seen. But and I mean that.
That
I
movie
mean
has
that
some
because-
great lines. though.
Because it wasn't so terrible that it was like entertaining, like, you know, like The Room or whatever the fuck. It was like truly just like bad, disjointed, and boring.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
but
I've
the
tried
new
to
one
watch
is
it
very
3
like
times and never made it
anti-American.
more than 20 minutes.
Yeah, don't try again. because it's not worth it.
Yeah, I don't know why I kept.
I'm amazed that you made it to time number 3, but
I kept wanting to catch up with this is my OCD that I was talking about last time. Like I keep feeling like in order to like watch, like I wanted to watch Wonder Woman, right? Because it's like everyone's like, oh, like it's actually good. And I was like, okay, well now I need to watch every movie that's ever come out in the whatever fucking verse that's called.
Jesus.
To catch up. But anyway,
that's so I mean, I kind of relate to that. That's why I basically stopped watching Marvel movies in like 2015, was because like I missed one and I was like, well, I'm not gonna watch like other shit if I'm not gonna like get what's going on.
Yeah.
And now I'm just so over the idea. I'm overseeing like my best friend like fucking soy face over every new Marvel movie that I'm done.
Dude, I can't believe you're still fucking making those after. I don't want to say I was kind of a fan until Endgame came out, and after that, like I can't imagine possibly caring.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't.
Did you see
I'm a nerd
Black
for
Widow?
that shit. No, I still haven't.
Okay, then you're not a real fan.
Well, no, of course not. I'm not a fucking nerd who's posting like YouTube videos.
Chris has sex, dude. Fuck off.
Dude, I have sex. I am not watching Black Widow.
Dude, I don't watch movies about women. Come on.
MCU movies are great to put on during sex. Like it's a great like let's throw on a movie. Yeah, because you throw it on, you watch the beginning, then there's the boring middle part where it's like the characters
the middle part is
what is the purpose
so
of my
boring.
life? I'm depressed and I'm sad and I've got.
And then that's when you start having sex.
Turn my life around, and then you fuck, and then you watch the end battles,
and then you nut perfectly in sync with the first major explosion of the final battle, and then you watch the rest of it together.
It's actually really good.
That's actually a really good idea. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah,
but is it not a turnoff that you're watching a Marvel movie?
Not if you date nerds.
I guess that's true.
Just date.
The girl's like, oh my god, you're basically Chris Evans. Fuck me, and then yeah.
Hey Chris. Serious question. How many girls have said that to you?
I have told you
comes
that
to
I'm
our main
basically
point
Chris Evans.
About how you need to gain weight. This is what Alex brought me on here to convince you of.
I'm trying to gain weight to the best of my ability.
But you need to, if you catch my drift, gain weight.
Are we talking about the secret sauce?
Yes. You got to get
the sauce, baby.
If you were serious,
I'm not inherently opposed to the sauce. It's just like, why would I start the sauce before I'm anywhere close to my natty potential?
All right, Jesus Christ, this is the same conversation that Nick and Chris, I have every week.
I know. Chris, look, that's a very reasonable and intelligent take, but I'm going to need you to suspend that for a second. All right. It really does come down to like, do you want to have regular sex all the time and be 220 pounds?
No.
Yeah.
200.
You hesitated, and that's
it depends on what my body fat is at 220.
Well, on gear, it could be whatever you want.
Yes,
it is, dude. You just take enough.
You can get enough, and you'll gain 50 pounds of muscle.
Yes, dude, like
at the same time.
Well, but if you just don't put it on in the front, my understanding is, what are you, like 100? You're like $170. Like you're probably very lean, right? You just don't gain it in the first place.
Well, here's I'm pretty lean. But here, so I am. I like the worst part about my genetics, is that it all goes straight to the gut. So even though I'm probably like my arms and shit are vascular as hell. Like we got the maps up and down my arm, but I've got a fucking. It's not a gut, but like the abs aren't popping even at 172.
Yeah, no, it's the same. I have the same fat distribution, and currently I've never been more disgusted with my body than I am currently. And so,
do you want to fucking talk about it? Do you want a cookie, you fucking liberal?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so disgusted by
I'm just saying.
My body.
No, you're totally misrepresenting my point here, which is that
I can't train for strength because I'm gay.
That's the opposite of what I'm saying,
training
which is that I'm
gay. By the way,
training for strength. Are you kidding me? Training for strength is the most straight thing ever. Nothing is straighter than knowing you look like shit, but being really confident anyway, because you can move a lot of weight, which Chris, is a thing no woman has ever cared about.
I have some bad news for you about bodybuilders, dude. I didn't want to tell you this.
Do you know
You've
what
been holding
G
this
for
in
P
for like 2
is?
months.
Yeah, dude, I've been holding out for a while. I have inside sources from my former employer. A ton of them are doing like gay for pay porn.
Yeah,
Are they
that
typing or
was
bottoming?
there were a lot of those scandals back on some early fitness YouTube, where like before they could make enough money just doing YouTube, they would
Mhm.
also do like chat sites for like gay dudes and like
Yeah.
jerk off for coin donations or
I
whatever.
see nothing wrong with that.
There were like
I don't see
5
anything
different
wrong with
dudes
that
who got
either.
got I don't know what's the shit you called it was like before canceling was the term. It was
Yeah, just proto canceled.
Doxed.
but there was some like, damn, this is gonna piss me off, and it's so not important.
Exposed.
Some drama, yeah, exposed. That's what it is.
Exposed. Oh
Exposed,
god,
yeah.
I miss exposed videos.
It's just
Yeah.
canceling. That's literally, it's the same thing.
No, it's not, because exposed is like we have dirt on you. Cancel is just like you said something bad or whatever.
Yeah. So we're presenting the dirt on you and you're done.
No, but exposed videos.
Oh, true. Yeah, I guess
YouTube
exposed is like
videos,
if
People
some,
would like
secret
quit the
like-
internet after being exposed.
Yeah. That's true. That's
People
true.
don't quit the internet after being canceled. In fact, they gain fame.
it's so counter. They just switch sides, bro. Why I left the left. You make
Why-
one of those videos.
Why the
and you're
left
fine.
is no longer left.
So much for the
I'm too
tolerant
left,
left.
for the left.
Yeah,
Now
exactly.
fucking right, dude. This is gonna be we're gonna return to this every episode. Everything is just horseshoe theory. It all fucking is.
Christ.
Exposed is on one side, canceled is on the other side.
That's the only way to fame, baby. Is either
Yeah,
be
would you rather be
or
exposed or canceled?
Canceled? Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
at least you
I've
get
already-
notoriety.
Definitely canceled. 100%.
Exposed would mean they've actually got like embarrassing shit on me. Like you can be canceled for anything, bro.
Dude, it's
I can
crazy.
be canceled
I
for
mean,
saying facts in 2021.
that's the thing.
Dude, it's so fucked up. God.
They can't keep getting away with it. Did you see the fucking the gay black kid on Twitter today who was like, "Yeah, Joe Biden gas prices," and he was wearing a $1,300 sweatshirt?
What?
Why'd you mention that he was gay and black, Chris?
Because I'm homophobic and racist.
That's what I was looking for.
Usually people are a little bit more mask on about it. But
I mean, I respect your hustle.
yeah,
But-
dude.
but
respect,
homophobic
I
comes
guess.
first. That's very important.
Yeah. It's an important distinction.
Always first. My first hatred in life.
You got to respect a man of principles.
Of principles. Did you also see the dad who went viral at like one of the like
Teen
the
dad?
kids' school boards, like diversity, the diversity, equity, inclusion meetings? And this dad who's from Mexico speaking about like his kid's experience being bullied for being Mexican, and just the white dad who doesn't even realize what he's saying. He goes, "Well, then why don't you just go back to Mexico?" And everyone in the room just starts booing him. It was
Jesus
incredible.
Christ.
Absolutely stunning move.
His face of just pure shock. He's like, What did I say? What?
What is it?
That's a question.
That's the most genuine shit, is when boomers say something incredibly problematic and then they just like, it just doesn't dawn on them that it's like actually fucked up.
I'm just trying to have a conversation.
I'm just asking questions.
I'm just asking questions. This is the go-to line.
Someone had to say it. We were all thinking.
Look, you were all thinking it.
Yeah, real. I'm just stating facts.
Look, I'm gonna come right out and say it. I agree with Chris. Homophobia first, then racism. I support both.
Well,
yeah.
you can't get an is from. Wait, no, you can't get an ought from
Right.
a series of ises.
Yeah.
So I'm just telling it like it is.
No, you can't
Ye-
get. Well, yeah.
Yeah,
you
fucking
can't get an is from an ought. That would be
Correct
quite
me,
the claim.
leftist. You can't get an is from it. Well, wait, that seems to be true though, right? You can't get an is from an ought.
Yeah, you can,
We-
dude. You just got to think harder.
We ought to all have dead dinosaurs.
I wish I'd asked this question to one of my philosophy professors. That was the best part about philosophy. You could ask questions as a total meme, and they would get lost in it for like 40 minutes. I need to find an answer. And then there'd also be the other best part about that major was there'd be a few just like full blown retards in the class who asked questions that were so stupid that like the philosophy professor's brain is so lost in that rabbit hole of like deep thinking that the idea of a stupid question is past them. So they like convince themselves that it's like
brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Dude, it's horseshoe theory of asking questions. Stupid questions and smart questions is the same thing.
Stupid people do ask some fucking yeah, I don't know. Anyways, that's enough about my fucking college life.
Yeah, so how's your bulk going, dude? Speaking of
quick bulk updates, I'm up 9 pounds.
Nice. All right.
See, Nick, take some fucking notes.
All right.
Mr.
Okay.
I forgot to eat for another week and a half.
It's been finals, okay, and I've been very stimmed out, so this is excusable. I'm leaner now.
Dude, but you can still
Yeah, I'm also jobless, so it's easy to just eat all day.
I remember I think it was the last episode, maybe it was 2 episodes ago, you talking about your just like eating a disgusting amount of like just junk all the time, like till your shits are liquid. And I just want to publicly state how much I support that. I think that's very cool and very based. And you're doing it right.
Yeah. The problem is I will shit before I go to the gym, and then I'll have my pre on the way to the gym, and I'll have to
and then you shit again
during the workout.
That's the craziest part about bulking. So my biggest tip there, Metamucil. That shit is a game changer.
What is that?
It's just a fiber supplement, but it just everything becomes so much cleaner and easier
to like CVS or some shit.
Yeah. I get the store brand because Metamucil is overpriced, but that stuff's great.
There's a CVS literally right next door to the gym that I just joined today.
Perfect.
So,
probably don't take it before the gym. That just seems like not a great idea.
Yeah.
But every night before I go to bed, when I remember to, not every night actually. While we're on the topic, I need to clear up some statements that were made about me a couple episodes ago, and my coachability.
You're completely uncoachable. There's nothing to clear.
This is not.
Here.
Okay.
It's
true.
I give you instructions. I just decided not to do that.
Before you defend your honor, his claim about you was actually kind of epic. It was basically like you wouldn't stop lifting.
Yeah, but like in the dumbest way possible. So Chris, let me just run you through a little bit of my training history. When I was a sophomore in college, I decided I wanted big deadlift. So I started only deadlifting. That was the only thing I did.
I thought you were overhead press.
I was deadlifting.
Nick and Noah would be best friends. Noah
from what I've heard of Noah, I
unironically
think that might
only
be true.
do deadlifts and calf raises.
All right, that's a little retarded, but even for me, no, because at least I had an upper lower balance. Now I will say this worked pretty well. I brought my deadlift from like 405 up to like 435 in like a month. And I brought my overhead press up to, I think I hit like 175 for like 1 or 2, which I feel like is decent. And consequently, my core got way stronger. I hadn't squatted in a while, and I just like slapped on like 345 and squatted that very easily. However, after that, I was like, all right, well, that worked really well. Not knowing, of course, the probably irreparable damage I did to my body, and decided that I was going to do a 20 rep squat program. So I did that for like another month.
What 20 rep squats is?
Yeah. So essentially, like really you're only working out like 3 days a week. And the main really set that you're doing is a 20 rep set of squats, where the idea is you take your 10 rep max and you do it for 20. So that you like just don't put the bar down, and you can take as long as you want. and you do it for 20. And it's fucking brutal. Like by the end, it's like my like shoulders and arms would hurt almost as much as my legs would. And so that I got my like 20 rep squat up to like 275 or something like that. And then I come home, I was like, all right, great. Well, I've just put on, then COVID hit. Like, well, I've just put on all of this mass probably. And now it's time to get, right. Now it's time to get really strong. So I did the whole deadlifting thing again, but with squatting and benching. Now what I had neglected to take care of here was both mobility and also just general like load management and not being retarded. And, I fucked up my back so bad it took me over a year to recover, and I'm still not fully recovered. So that's why I think that should probably like the moral of the story here is that I'm not intentionally uncoachable. It's not like Alex gives me instructions and I'm like, fuck that.
To be fair, you did go to a professional after this whole back injury thing, and he was basically like, dude, you're a fucking idiot. If I understand like that conversation. Yeah,
he was correctly. he's like, it was kind of the same thing Chris said of like, I respect the hustle, but also you're retarded. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Shout out for helping me out pro bono. Okay. Anyway, dude, I'm shouting him out. Anyway, sorry, 1 second. I think I'm getting the girlfriend call, but I have a little bit of time left.
That's getting cut too. You're not allowed to publicly be known to have a girlfriend on this podcast.
Yeah, no one has a girlfriend.
That's true. That's true. We're all single, bro.
This podcast was started because I was too depressed after breaking up, and I needed something to do. So yes, that is a rule.
No girlfriends allowed.
That's fair. I respect that. Yeah, so it's not like Alex gives me instruction and I'm like, fuck you, I'm not following that. It's like he gives me instruction and then I like misunderstand it or like am too dumb to follow through.
Intentionally misunderstand it.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Is true. Yes, it is.
I think
I literally said to you, I was like, do sets of technique squats between like 135 and 185.
I don't think you did not give me weight.
I literally said that. I have it in my notes. And then like the next week you're like, yeah, I worked up to about 240.
Yeah, but like what's the difference? You know,
about
like
50 pounds.
Yeah. In my head, it was like 240 is like warm-up weight for the old me, right? And so I was like, really there's effectively no difference. You know, in my head, my like calculated 1 rep max was still like 400 pounds. And so I was like, you know, percentage wise, that's not all that different. Yeah. But it turns out my 1 rep max is no longer that since I've been injured for a year. And that was my downfall. But again, that wasn't like I'm intentionally being obtuse. That was like I just kind of dumb.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate your explanation, but also being like 150, 240. How is that a possible misunderstanding?
185 to 240 is because it's percentages, Chris. It's percentages.
No.
185 is still like
I didn't give you a percentage. I gave you an absolute value.
If you were like, oh shit, I did 190, my bad. But I don't know. I get the percentage thing, but like
all right, yeah, maybe you guys are right.
I don't know Yeah.
Also worth noting, you were doing this in a basement with concrete weights, if I understand correctly.
So yeah, which is points towards me because we don't know that it was 240.
Yeah, it could have been way more.
It could have been way less.
It could have been 225.
Jesus. Incredible.
Yeah, dude. The setup I have in my basement is a real fucking death trap. Every time I load weights on that bar, I'm like, is today the day? Like, is this it?
Is it the same one I saw, or is this different? shit you're talking about? You're talking about the one in your house?
No. In the house I live in
Okay.
at college. It's like
Okay.
it's literally
You have a
I
gym
bought
in the
it.
basement.
No, well, that's a really generous word. It's like I bought these like it's like squat stands. So they're like these two individual things that weigh like 15 pounds each. And that's allegedly supposed to support up to 300 pounds on a barbell. So it's like, I like squat with that. And it's like the run and re-racking is a really almost psychedelic experience.
How do they not just tip over every single time you unrack?
Well, I just have to be very careful.
Okay,
I just can't.
All right.
I can't get anywhere close to a max effort anything.
A YouTube like fitness vlog, and I think it might have been Christian Guzman because, well, maybe I shouldn't attach a name because this might be libel if I get it wrong. But whoever it was like some guy who owned his own gym, and he just so casually dropped in his video that one of the kids who regularly worked out at his gym like had to go to the hospital and like almost died because
Jesus Christ,
because he was re-racking his bench, it bounced back off and landed on his neck.
Oh God, fuck.
And that shit scarred me. That scares me more than the videos of people hyperextending their knees on fucking, what are they called?
Leg presses.
Leg presses.
Yeah. Speaking of fitness influencers, I heard you mention Jesse James West. I used to go to school with him. Like he went to the same college as me. Yeah. I'd see him around the gym before he was famous. And then he dropped out of school to become Jesse James West. But I remember like someone was like,
out, dude. The kid just makes videos.
Did he? I don't.
Well, I respect to it, honestly. Like he's just like maximizing his income from YouTube. But his videos are all just like, like truth or dare with two hot girls, and none of it's.
He's like Connor Murphy at this point.
Yeah.
That's depressing.
I mean, it gets clicks, so whatever. Respect, I guess. And he
Connor
gets
Murphy
to, like, Connor Murphy went off the fucking.
He went insane. Yeah, he went nuts.
What happened there? Did he just like
he did too many psychedelics? I think that's actually.
So he took ayahuasca and kind of lost his shit. I think at this point he's playing into it. I don't actually know that he's mentally unstable as he lets on. I think he knows that it's a moneymaker. He just keeps leaning in.
How does he make money from it? Just clicks?
Because people watch it. It's like the reason. Do you know who Nikocado Avocado is?
No.
Dude, that guy is gonna kill himself on camera.
All right, I look forward to next week's episode because you have to watch that between then and yes. He's like a mukbanger. He's one of those dudes who just like eats a disgusting amount of food, but he's like also extremely unhinged and has gained like 200 pounds since starting. And also he has an OnlyFans. And if you go and look up Nikocado Avocado OnlyFans pics, they're some real gold nuggets. But
what was the guy on OG YouTube who would just like chug like Everclear, like a whole bottle?
Shoe Nice.
Yeah.
Damn, you got that fast, dude.
Yeah, dude. My YouTube lore is up to date. I didn't do much when I was like 14.
Dude, that was the golden age of YouTube.
It really was.
The image that comes up of him is him. It's not even kissing. It's just like open
licking,
mouth.
Yeah.
Sucking on each other's mouths with a bunch of pasta in front of him.
Yep. Yeah. So, but he's the same deal where he's
God, he was so skinny when he started.
I know, right? It's depressing. He's like kind of playing up he's clearly very fucked in the head, but I think he's playing it up because it gets like people kind of morbidity watch it. And so I think Connor Murphy's kind of the same thing. It's kind of gross morally, honestly, but whatever. Could be worse, I guess.
Sort of a
cesspool
disaster, but
yeah, for real.
Yeah.
For real.
For fucking.
Oof. I don't know how I can recover from the moral disgust that is Nikocado Avocado.
Dude, it's vile shit.
This is what capitalism will do to us all.
Exactly.
He's becoming a Wall-E person.
I was going to say we're headed to the Wall-E verse.
YouTuber with the fucking squat every day guy, but apparently not.
Dude,
He's
what is
dark?
that guy's
Wait, you mean is that the French guy, or is that someone else?
His name is like Yvonne something. No,
Wait,
what's dark
is he
about
dark?
it is that like his videos, like his voice sounds like he's like doing okay, but I think he's just like I don't think he's well. Like he just his whole purpose in life every day is just squatting.
Yeah, but doesn't he? No, but he kind of like philosophizes, right? Like, isn't that? Or unless I'm thinking of another someone
I don't know.
else.
But his YouTube titles I find to just be genuinely hilarious. It's like squat every day, day 629.
Yeah, I know.
About
the
to die.
battlefield is in your head.
Somehow he could do it and I couldn't. I tried that shit and fucked my shit up. But it's probably because I was being retarded.
Yeah, he's like, I remember watching one of the videos recently when I got super high. And he's basically like, yeah, like my hips function at that of like a 90-year-old.
Like, how about you stop then?
Yeah,
It's like, why are you doing
fucking,
this?
so he's like, I'm gonna start doing more deadlifts.
Good.
On top of my squat.
Yeah, he's gonna Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah,
himself.
that'll fix the problem.
The thing is, he doesn't even
Yeah.
look good at all.
If you're squatting, probably your goal is not to like look good.
But then, what is the point of trying to? Because that no
It's a
one who
weird,
would say,
dude. It's like it's the same thing as NoFap. It's like the same idea.
but NoFap in theory, that part of the advertisement is that like will actually get you laid because you'll like magically learn how to talk to women.
Yeah. What's the logic there? Maybe that's this guy's thing.
So
as well.
unironically, and this is definitely way more just total coincidence, but I did NoFap for about 3 months up until I met my first ever girlfriend.
So it worked.
There's a lot of factors going into that, though.
Yeah, I
like
was
for
gonna say.
example, you started also like going out more in that 3 month
Did you
period.
intentionally do NoFap, or was it like a depression
No,
thing?
well,
Okay.
It was more just like I wanted to stop watching porn. Like I had
that's actually fair though. That's
I
a fair
still stick
take.
to. I actually part of my like trying to not be depressed in the past couple of months is just I don't do NoFap, but I've committed to no porn. For like
That's probably good
months,
for
and
you.
I feel much better. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, it's a. I feel like it's. I think this is a super trite thing to say, but it's. I'm not going to say it's a drug, but it's very drug-like. Like
it is very drug-like.
in the same way that gambling is. I feel like.
Yeah, dude, I didn't realize. I didn't think about the fact that moving to Massachusetts, and I'm fine saying that. Massachusetts is a big state. No one's going to find me.
I don't think
I
if they
can't
could, they
gamble
would
here.
do anything. Yeah, you
Oh,
can.
no. I can't sports gamble.
Oh, really?
No, and that's what I would just do every night.
That was your thing.
Couple of months was just bet on hockey games, and well, before that it was not hockey, but whatever. Yeah, now I can't do that shit.
Now you can
Fuck.
get into stock options, dude.
True. That's
I already went
basically-
through that phase and
Oh Jesus.
lost all my fucking money, so I'm not doing that again.
I would if I think it's really good that I can't figure out stock options or like what they are or how they work, because if I could, I think I would probably be in serious debt right now.
I think one of the of all like just like quick unexpected dopamine rushes that I've ever experienced in my life, I deposited like $250 into a Robinhood account that I was going to start trying to do stock options on, and seeing it one day go from 300 in my balance up to 750 in the span of 5 minutes was
Jesus
an
Christ.
Yeah,
insane
it's
rush.
the rush is
Yeah.
just
Insane.
crazy.
Yeah.
And of course, like when I stopped and like took my money out, like I was below what I started with, but
Right.
that initial, it was nuts. No
Yeah.
amount of sports gambling will ever get me that. I will say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
definitely.
I mean, it could in theory, but I would have to hit something with crazy odds, and I don't bet on shit with crazy odds.
Yeah.
Right.
And with stock options, that's like maybe not necessarily every day, but if you pick your battles right, and by right, I mean wrong, that can absolutely be every single day. Just
It's
watching
just
the numbers
what
go
actually
up.
got me out was the fucking the day trader laws.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Thank God for those. Unironically, the government's saving us. Government good.
Wait, what are the day trading? Like, can you only make a certain number of
If
trades
you
in a day?
have less than $20,000 in a brokerage account, you can't make more than 3 trades in a 24-hour window, or
Yeah,
no, not
interesting.
24-hour window, just one business
One trading day.
one
Yeah.
trading day. Yeah.
Thank God for that, dude.
All right. Well, fellas, I'm getting the old ball and chains summoning me away. So I must depart. But I hope you continue the episode so I have something to listen to
Yeah,
over
dude.
the next
Now
couple
we're
of
gonna
days.
go off about how much of a dumbass you are.
Well, that wouldn't be the first time that's happened, I guess. That's fair. That's fair.
Well, thanks for coming on. You'll forever be the first guest.
I know. I wear that. I wear that with pride. I'm a little disappointed you guys didn't get me like a mug or something to commemorate. But
I'll send you something.
Okay.
Steel Mug Club. Fuck you, Steven Krause. Mug Club is ours now.
Yeah. Base Cox Mug Club. All right. Well, thank you both for your time.
Yeah.
Yeah, see you, big guy. See you, Hoss.
Around. Peace.
See ya.
God, what a moron.
I will say so unironically, I'm about to shit on him right after he leaves. His defense of why he didn't follow your instructions was a 10-minute spiel about like how he like lifted too hard and got injured, which had nothing to do with his inability to read instructions and the only relevant information was that he didn't listen to the instruction and just lifted too much weight.
He was like,
history had nothing to do with not being able to read.
He was like, okay, I know I may have been a dumbass, but in my defense, I was also a dumbass before for a much longer period of time.
Yeah, that was his defense.
Like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about?
The defense of, well, what do you expect? Like at times it's like, okay, yeah, I guess you're kind of right.
But dude, that's why I gave him the instructions, because I know he has a propensity to go off and do like whack shit if he doesn't have someone to rein him in. So I tried to be very specific, and he was just like, what if I just like didn't do that? Yeah. I don't know, dude. What if? And he was complaining
180 on the bar, and I could put more on the bar. I could do it.
I'll just throw another concrete plate on because you know what? Fuck it. Why not?
I will say lifting with concrete plates is based as fuck. Does he have mirrors in that basement? That's what I wanted to ask, and I forgot.
Definitely not. No.
So
there's definitely
probably
no
just shit, and these concrete plates are probably uneven and like pulling him to one side, and he's like breaking his knees and all sorts of fun shit.
Oh no, I've actually he was smart enough to send me like form check videos, and his technique looks okay. I'm not super worried about that. But we can dream. We gotta convince him to start benching down there as well, and then he might actually like trap himself in the basement for like weeks at a time, just under the bar.
Yeah, that sounds scary. Dead or benching, whatever. Well, this week is so I'm doing. There's probably no science to support this, but it's bro science, and I enjoy it, so I'm doing it. I'm doing like every 5th week. I'm just not doing compounds in this bulk. I'm just like full blown pump lifting. So full blown bullshit lifting. Just to like give my body a rest. Because like part of it was also just like getting in the routine of like lifting heavy again for 4 straight weeks. Like my body just feels shattered. Like I feel broken all the time. So I sort of need an off week that's not an off week. But today was fun as fuck. Not having to lift heavy and just like only doing pump shit. We'll say.
Would you so first of all, what kind of gym did you join?
Just like the most like generic commercial gym, like lots of cardio, lots of machines, lots of dumbbells. Not like some people who are yoked, but not like a real hardcore, like people aren't putting up serious like powerlifting numbers. I don't think.
Yeah.
I think it's more people who just want it's like for people who want to look good, but it's like not as lame as Planet Fitness. Sort of like that happy medium, which is like perfect for me. I'm probably like more in shape than, I don't know, somewhere between 60 and 75% of the guys there.
Yeah, so just for reference, so people understand, you're kind of like between like the average Joe and like Noah.
Yeah,
like somewhere in there.
Because the Noah is like strong, but also looks like a bodybuilder.
Yeah, so it's tough to compete with. It's
He's
like
got
it's a
the
genetic
best of
thing.
both worlds. Yeah.
No, he really does though. Yeah, dude. And he only trains for strength as well, and but he still has like god tier. He just grows, dude.
What I could never do is the people who have just shitty genetics and like don't have good propensities to like gain muscle mass, who commit to like just years of strength training and basically never grow. But they get really fucking crazy strong. Like Max Tuning, do you know who that is?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
Like I mean, he's not like he's strong though, but I
Mhm.
like he's like 165 or some shit half the year. Like he doesn't look big at all. Um, and it's not even like some people are like, oh well, he's just not on gear. But there are natural lifters who look
Much
way
bigger
better.
than he does. He
Just
looks
way
he
better.
looks good. Like if I saw this guy on a beach, I'd be like, damn. But like
Yeah, well,
in
when he cuts
clothes,
down,
yeah, forget it.
but in clothes, like you can't tell he lifts.
Dude, there was
You would just look at
one.
him and be like, oh, he's just like a guy who's like in shape. Like maybe he plays a sport or something.
Yeah. Dude, there was one guy at the gym I used to train at who was like 165, maybe like 5'5", 5'6", and like worked as like a groundskeeper at like a golf course or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he came into the gym and like I knew he knew people there. So I knew he was like kind of knew what he was doing. But the first time he squatted like 6 plates and briefs. It was like, what the fuck?
Fuck.
Yeah. So that was a little kind of a gut check there. I think a camber bar as well. Yeah, dude. So it turns out he's some kind of like state record holder or something or other. So yeah, but it was still people with like genetics like that. Also, he was on all kinds of drugs, even though he didn't look like it. He was like, yeah, dude, I'm on sauce. And he was like very open about it, which epic.
I work at a golf course. I'm on the sauce. I like
Yeah.
heavyweights and cargo shorts. I'm really cool, guys.
No,
I
dude.
promise. I'm really cool.
Bro, I'm very cool. Many women are telling me big squat means big pussy.
Unironically, probably the only people who tell him he's cool are men. He's like, yeah,
Oh yeah,
you lift
dude, for
heavy.
sure.
Yeah, dude. Wow, dude. Look good for you, man. You're really
Yeah.
living life to the fullest.
No, the people like that when you're in that deep, it has absolutely nothing to do with women, like at all.
I'd rather only be able to squat one plate and like have good fit in the gym and show up in cargo shorts. The fucking squat. I mean,
Squat
it's
like
like it's
6 plates.
ironically hilarious and it's a total flex, but like it's only a flex on dudes.
Yes.
Like girls don't give a shit. If you're wearing cargo shorts, they're not gonna look at how much weight's on the bar.
But keep in mind, this is in Ohio, and I gotta say, the standards for male attractiveness there in like outside of like the liberal arts college bubble, it's completely different.
The more blue collar you are, the more attractive. The
Yeah,
more like
dude.
working class, like if you're not coming in with like sweaty, greasy hair and like I don't know, like dusty boots and fucking concrete on your hands and paint on your shirt. That's like
yeah,
peak
dude.
male.
It's
And what's
peak
crazy about
Ohio.
that is that like those communities, like those guys have the confidence that like, I don't know, in our circles, like people who are super jacked have.
Mhm.
Like they really think that like that is peak, that is what the women want.
And the thing is, they're
That's
right.
what they want.
It is like the dude around there that's
just
exactly what they want.
Yeah, you're like thick, you got a little bit of a gut, and you wear fucking
You got a big old truck. You squat and bench with the boys like twice a week, and that's it. Those are probably the only lifts you do.
Yeah, you drink a lot of fucking beer. You go to church on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. You eat a lot of casserole. Everyone's always eating casserole in Ohio. I don't know what that's about.
Fuck, Ohio might have the worst like fucking like food, like just norms. Like no. Where is it that they? Oh no, it is Ohio that they do Skyline chili, isn't it?
Yes, that's Cincinnati.
Yeah.
The thing about
Ohio is the worst.
It's crazy, dude. Ohio is honestly like 3 different states jammed into one state, and they're all whack as fuck. none of them are good.
Cleveland is the worst parts of the Northeast. Put
Yes.
into a city. Columbus is like the worst parts of the Midwest, and Cincinnati's like
I don't even know.
the
Cincinnati's
worst
like
parts
an
of the
alternate
South
reality.
combined with the worst parts of like what do you even call like Arizona, New Mexico, Oklahoma,
The Southwest.
Pacific Southwest.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
It's like all that combined into one because it's not fully South, but it's not. It's just like Kentucky.
Cincy is so it's a strange place, dude. Yeah,
I follow a bunch of Cincinnati Red fans on Twitter, and they'll just routinely. And the reason I follow them is because they'll routinely post photos of their Skyline chili and they'll be like W, like been looking forward to this dinner all week. And it's just fucking like gross looking crackers and some like easy cheese on their oh my god,
dude, that's their cheat meal down there. I will say though, you know the song Red Nation by The Game featuring Lil Wayne?
No,
it's about Cincinnati. Dude, that song goes so fucking hard.
Yeah, dude. I wish I was from Cincinnati just so I could relate to that.
Dude,
song.
These lyrics are badass. Throw your motherfucking Cincinnati hats in the sky. Don't ask why. Red laces in and out of them Air Max 95s. I walk on the moon, flow hotter than June. Any want the drama? I kick up a sand dune. Dude, these are bars. This is a great song.
I kick up a sand dune. What an incredible lyric.
Dude, and the I don't know,
what does
the
Cincinnati
hook
have?
They have Skyline. Now blood the fuck up. Every day's a gamble, motherfucker. Tough luck. And we gonna fuck the world till that bitch busts nuts. I can't tell you what's good, but I can tell you what's what. And that's bees up, hose down, looking in the mirror. I'm nowhere to be found. Blood, I'm a dog. Call me a bloodhound. Throwing blood in the air, leave blood on the ground. Dude, that goes hard.
Yeah. Not as hard as shipping up to Boston, though.
Oh, dude.
Being nice and tipsy at a New England sports game and
then
shipping up to Boston comes on. Holy fuck. Am I ready to fucking kill some Brits? Jesus Christ.
Oh, God, dude. Yeah. Dropkick Murphys makes me want to get into bar fights so badly.
We should start a bar where bar fights are encouraged. I don't know how we do this legally.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, maybe we wouldn't promote it that way, but we just exclusively play Dropkick Murphys on repeat, and then they'll just fight.
We'll call it like Tyler Durden's late night hangout. I don't know. Makes an illusion of Fight Club.
Tyler Durden's probably fucking copyrighted or trademarked or some shit.
Wasn't there a pickup artist?
We can be the narrator.
We are the narrator. I am Jack's humble bar.
I am Norton.
Dude, is that movie misunderstood?
Is that movie misunderstood? I don't know. There's a lot of people who have lots of thoughts on that movie.
What do you think Fight Club is about?
I think it's sort of a it reminds me in many ways of like Mr. Robot, like what it's getting at, kind of. I mean, Mr. Robot's way more obvious, but I think it's sort of like a commentary on, I don't want to say just capitalism because that oversimplifies it, but like materialism and like male, like what that leads to in this male, like fucking culture where we just like our lives are laid out for us and there's no choice actually. It's just like you go through the steps of upgrading your car and then you upgrade your house and then you retire and then you die and all that shit. And it's sort of like, life is boring unless you like do something about it.
Yeah. I think my take on the movie has always been it has almost like begs to be viewed as this like Marxist dialectic between like the cuck male and the completely reactionary, just like quote unquote alpha, and how both are just like completely full of shit. So you have Thesis, which is the narrator, antithesis, which is Tyler Durden, and then finally at the end coming to some kind of synthesis where he shows that he's like willing to kill the Tyler Durden part of him, but also realize that like his life kind of was miserable until Tyler showed up, and then it was sort of miserable in a different kind of way.
Tyler Durden.
Yes. Yeah.
His power.
He synthesizes the
It's
beta.
Like Yoda
yes.
Just absorbing the fucking Force lightning.
Exactly, dude. Yeah, dude. It'd be a much better movie if it ended with the narrator screaming unlimited power.
Normalize movies just blatantly copying lines from other movies for comedic purposes like that. Like I want the next Die Hard, instead of him saying yippee-ki-yay motherfucker, I just want Bruce Willis jumping off a building saying unlimited power. Guns up in the air. And I want Yoda saying, dude. Motherfucker, yippee-ki-yay. Whatever the Nah, I can't do my Yoda voice with that line. It doesn't work. Like the motherfucker doesn't work in the Yoda voice.
Fucker mother.
That's the only shit I can do.
That's the
nice you have.
Damn, that was really good.
I am.
Yoda needs to go to horny jail. Did Yoda have any kids canonically?
It wasn't. I feel like there was a bunch of propaganda like back in the early days of feminism that like people were trying to convince everyone that Yoda's a female. Is that right?
No. I mean, there's Yaddle.
The fact that it's like actually part of the fucking series, like all these names.
Dude, my favorite part of The Mandalorian is the fact that they just like completely retcon out Yaddle. It's like, oh, it's another one of the same species Yoda was. We've never seen anything like it. And Yaddle's like, bitch, what the fuck? Like,
bitch, what the fuck?
Dude, she was on the Jedi Council.
Dude, Ahsoka in Mandalorian though, holy fuck.
Holy fucking good way or bad way?
Good way. Oh my god. Never been that attracted to another species in my life. Holy shit.
Elaborate. Please go on.
I'm not sure there's anything else to say. She's just hot as hell.
Was it the booba that got it for you?
The Jaja, pásame the boomba.
The booba.
The boomba. I give up. I was trying to think of what there was some context where I said like I'll think of something, or you said to me you'll think of something. I was trying to find the clip of whoever Jar Jar's general is going, Misa think of something. But I couldn't find it. All I could find was Jar Jar saying, I give up. I give up.
Dude, who plays live action Ahsoka?
I don't know, but she's probably not nearly as hot as Ahsoka. It's like the actress of Gamora, not nearly as hot as Gamora.
It's Rosario Dawson.
That name is pretty hot, I will say.
I don't know, dude. She's pretty hot. You should look her up.
Oh, damn. Well, I will. The actress of the like fat badass bitch in The Mandalorian got canceled.
Was she fat? I don't know, dude. I thought
she's not fat, but she's just like portrayed as this. I don't know. I hate it.
Wait, you hate that what? She can bench more than you.
But the thing is, she can't. She can't.
I don't know. I don't. Can she? Wait. Okay. First of all, what's her name?
Dude, like fit female YouTubers are putting like 10-pound plates on a bar to bench. And I know that they're not like training for strength, but like, come on now.
I get, yeah, dude. She's pretty beefy. It's a shame that she's
She probably still weighs way less than I do.
How tall is she? She was an actual MMA fighter, so I wonder if she could kick your ass.
Well, no, then yes, she would literally kill me.
She is 145 pounds.
Yeah, well, I've still got some weight on her, so I don't know if she would kill me. She would beat me. She could probably get me to submit real easy.
Yeah, she could definitely.
Kill me. No, she probably could. She could kill me if she's
Who-
been trained.
who
enough,
knows?
She could kill me. I think she could kill me. Because that's just more about like she knows like techniques and shit. Like I don't know any of that.
Yeah,
You know,
dude.
one fake and I'd be like, oh, yeah.
That's it. It's over. Yeah, in order to prepare for situations like that, you should get at least one of your arms replaced with a gun.
No, but dude, it would throw off my
Oh shit!
my ability to bench would be fun.
Nah, you don't need that. You don't need that.
But
shit,
it would be.
dude.
I could do one-arm pull-ups real easy. Just hook the gun on there.
Oh, true. That kind of seems like cheating, though.
Yeah, well, I'll just Photoshop in a real arm in the video. It'll look real.
We need to talk about what are the ethics of so in the Star Wars universe, right? They never really go into like sex, but presumably, do we think that humans and non-humans are like are there interspecies? Yeah, getting after it.
Yeah, probably. I mean, why not?
Is that
But
ethical?
humans are never really defined as a species
That's true.
in the Star Wars.
Actually, I
universe.
guess. Aren't
They're
they
not-
though?
Because I don't think the word.
Sure,
human
I'm pretty
being is
sure they
ever
are,
used in
dude.
Star Wars, is it?
Human. It's in canon. Get fucked.
Is it
There's-
spoken?
I don't know.
I'm not sure if a character is ever referred to as a human being.
That's a
Versus, whatever the fuck the Yoda creatures are called or something else.
what are the Yoda creatures called?
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure they're just all called Yodas. That's not the case.
How
It
did
definitely
season
should
2 even
be.
end? Did they find the rest of the Yodas?
No, Luke Skywalker shows up and
Right,
he
right,
takes
right, right,
he
right.
takes Yoda.
Takes baby Yoda.
Yeah.
To go where?
Find
the
go
rest of
train
the
to be a
Yodas?
Jedi. And presumably
Baby
get
Yoda's gonna be part
murdered
of
by Kylo Ren.
Wait, yeah, actually, that is what's going to happen. Because didn't
No.
Kylo kill all the?
There's
Other
a
people in the-
big theory here that the Mandalorian is actually in a divergent timeline, and they're gonna like overwrite the most recent like 3 Star Wars movies.
Jesus
So those
Christ.
might not count anymore.
So they're not going to be canon anymore.
they may or may not be. This is like currently fan theory, but if things keep going the way that they're going,
I would support them not being canon.
that would be so funny, dude. Just like
Just episode 9 needs to not be canon.
literally anything but that. Please God, anything but that.
Maybe
Yeah,
the prequels should be canon, not even the original trilogy.
I actually really think only episode 1 should be canon.
That's it. That's the whole Star Wars universe.
I think it should be episode 1, episode 6, and then Dune. Is all of those are just in the Star Wars universe.
Dude, honestly, Dune could be. Did you see the new trailer for the new Star Wars video game?
Eclipse or whatever.
Yeah.
I love how there was absolutely no gameplay going on in it whatsoever.
It kind of looked like a Dune trailer. I could.
It was a good trailer. It was well
It
cut.
was a good trailer, but like there's some Dune-ish looking people in there. You could easily just throw Dune in as like, yeah, it happened either way in the past or way in the future.
Well, that's kind of the vibe. I mean, Star Wars has going on. That was honestly one of the things I was most impressed with the Dune movie is like aesthetically, it did not feel like Star Wars. And frankly, Star Wars borrowed so much from Dune, like the book.
When did the book come out?
1965.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So 11 years before Star
So
Wars.
George Lucas literally is just offered nothing to the world.
he
Everyone.
he was he was
the Luke, isn't the Luke arc like stolen from something?
it's
Hero
just the hero's journey. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's like the whole idea there is that's like a archetypical kind of series of events that transcends like cultures and people and blah, blah, blah. So he was like, what if we combined that with like the aesthetics of Dune? And like literally the voice is just Jedi mind tricks. It's like, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like the Bene Gesserit are, well, they're not the Jedi, but I don't know. There's some similar
I'll say
undertones there.
The Force somehow sounds way less cringe than the voice.
Use the voice.
Use the voice. And that's so cringe.
Dude, but then when they use the voice in the movie, it's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, but it's like only cool in theaters. Like when I'm just watching on my TV, it's gonna be like, Jesus, shut the fuck up. Like it's so annoying.
Shut up, Paul, whiny bitch.
Yeah, Paul is a fucking whiny bitch. But no,
He's kind of like the original Anakin in that respect. He's way less whiny than Anakin is, though.
I don't know. Yeah, Anakin's pretty. He's pretty whiny. He's pretty whiny. Anakin's the original Marxist.
Anakin is the first Marxist.
Dude, I think I can convince Ben Shapiro of this.
The fact that the prequels are like a Marxist analogy for
we should cancel the prequels because Anakin is Marx.
What? How is Anakin Marx? Please explain.
He's like whining about shit. He's like, I don't want to do it. I'm lazy. That's all you have to like. Conservatives just associate that with like, oh yeah, that's Marx.
So Obi-Wan is Engels,
I don't
right?
want to do that. I'm lazy. Obi-Wan
just supporting is like Engels.
Who the fuck?
Marx's friend who like supported him. Who owned?
Fuck that. He never came up in my shit.
Are you serious? Marx and Engels.
In my philosophy courses, we talk about Marx all the time. I've never heard of this dude.
Engels. Marx lived with Engels, who was like a guy. I think he owned a factory actually, and Marx was just like living with him. And Engels like bankrolled Marx's living expenses.
So Marx is a fucking hypocrite.
Yeah, dude. This is literally it's a tale of all this time.
No. But here's the thing. Marx's writing wasn't actually a fucking whatever. It wasn't
as revolutionary. Yeah.
As it was just a prediction.
Yes.
That's where people get it wrong.
Mm. Yeah, dude. One of the things that annoys me about Jordan Peterson is the whole like, well, because Marxism is fundamentally like as a historical theory is antithetical to like postmodernism, right? Like as a philosophy major, would you say that roughly?
I bet one could find a way to.
Okay, all right.
Coincide.
We'll have to get into this later.
Well, I'm just trying to think how they relate. Postmodernism, at least in the philosophical context, is all just it's an epistemological discussion. It's an epistemological theory, and Marxism, as it comes up in philosophy, is generally talked about in ethics. So, like the things relate, but I never remember talking about them in the same context because postmodernism, the way we talked about was just in regards to talking about and understanding the idea of truth. And Marxism, I'm not sure how much it has to do with the concept of truth.
Okay, all right. We'll have to loop back on this one. I got to do more reading.
What was your idea though there?
But the concept was that no, actually, it should be more specific. Marxism and post-structuralism, or at least as insofar as Marx defined in his original writings, are incompatible. Because Marxism seeks to provide some kind of grand historical narrative, and post-structuralism, which from what I know is maybe related tangentially to postmodernism, like doesn't square up, but
yeah, I don't know. I mean, well, postmodernism is stupid as hell, so we can just crash and move on. I mean, it comes from a good place, but it's a load of dog shit. So
what makes you say that?
At least in a philosophical context, the theory is that the only things that are true are sort of self-truths. What's true is true to you, and that's all that is true in the world and in the universe. And so it's like a subjective notion of truth, which is just it's literally it defies the like to say that a statement is true rejects any notion of subjectivity. So it's just like we're not talking about truth claims anymore. We're talking about feelings, and that's great. And they should have a part in things like ethics, and whatever. Anyways, there's a whole nother longer conversation to be had there about how we need to humanize ethics and in a way talking about like what is true in the world. but it's you don't do it by rejecting notions of universal truths.
Okay. All right. I think I am not on enough stimulants to have a good version of this conversation right now. I'm simply too sleepy.
Yeah, that's fair.
And also need to do more research, probably.
Yeah. But one thing you can agree with this, right? Just real quick. Like, I can't share with you an experience I've had and then draw a truth claim out of it. Or even possibly more easy to understand, I can't draw like an ought claim out of it or something like that, just based off of my own personal anecdotal life experience.
Yeah, it kind of depends on how broadly we're defining experience, right? Because like if it's for example, it's like I conducted an experiment, which is something you conducted. I mean, that's not really an experience you had, but like you as an observer, like observed it, you may be able to make a truth claim like about something.
But your truth claim has nothing to do with your experience of it. Anyway, whatever.
Your experience of it insofar as like you are a subjective
feeling
observer.
And seeing of what you're there's a structure that think about all the necessary components that go into like the scientific method. That you can't just make that in. There's no more individualism about the scientific method.
True.
So the person who makes a scientific discovery assumed in the ability to make a truth claim about a scientific discovery is all sorts of presuppositions about what it takes to arrive upon a truth claim. So, if someone just observed a person who's never studied science can't just observe some scientific phenomenon and make a truth claim about it.
Sure,
it's like revolutionary or something.
That's kind of the point of the scientific method, is that it does kind of remove, or at least insofar as much as possible, like the observers.
Human element.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Okay. But yeah, I would definitely agree that we probably can't get a truth claim from experience. I mean, I don't know. I'm not actually like, I don't know enough about this, but maybe you could present me with some like fringe scenario where maybe we can. But it seems like as a general rule of thumb.
Fun time.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I'm sure I didn't word it well because I'm tired too. But anyways, fucking bedtime. Back on that grind tomorrow.
Hell yeah, dude.
And then yeah, so I'll edit this shit. I got plenty of fucking time to do that. And then yeah, we'll be good for next week.
Back to grinding.
Yeah, let me know if you want to come up this weekend and get wasted.
Get hashtag micro wasted. Yeah, dude, I might. We'll see.
Maybe I'll do my drug screening by then.
Hell yeah, dude.
Anyways.
All right.
Well, that's
enough
for one evening.
Peace.